I love the breakdown that you gave of how you structure your days because mine's the same as yours, except trade the TV time for meditation. And so I was like, I can relate to that. It's the same. I have 14 hours a day or whatever it is to get my work done. And we were talking about that. We literally finished taping a podcast last night at 6 p.m.
Oh, really?
We went home, got changed, jumped on the red eye. We'd been working all day, slept for like 2 hours on the plane on the way over. Slept like 2 hours when we got here. So we slept
That's what I love. I love to hear it.
Slept like 3 hours. We traveled coach. And then we jumped in a car to come to you, which was 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
And we were like, only for Mr. Beast would I not work for the last 12 hours on the way here. We were working in the car.
I was still like final approving videos and thumbnails.
But when you get home after this, you're
so fulfilled.
Exactly. You're never going to regret grinding like this.
So fulfilled. And that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, he took us to his apartment in this beautiful studio. And you took us to your apartment and we're just looking around and we saw this picture. And what I love about this is that on first look, Dhar and I both believed it was real until we realized there was a picture of you, Elon Musk, and Steve Jobs, who's obviously not here anymore. But on first impression, it looked really real. You're like, wow, you're playing poker with Elon Musk and Steve, right?
For context, I have a Photoshop picture where it's me, Elon, and Steve Jobs all playing. It's actually Catan.
Oh, Catan.
We're playing Catan.
I love Catan. I didn't see that. Yeah.
We're playing tonight.
That would be amazing.
Did you start playing?
No,
but
Catan is so good. Catan is so good.
Is that the game that you were showing me on your phone, or
Settlers of Catan?
I've never played it digitally. I play the board.
Yeah, we only play board.
Okay,
but I love Catan.
Yeah,
like anything with strategy. All right, just steal. He's not in here. Someone remind us Catan after this. Okay, anyways. So you're talking about the
my skills are based on what Lily Singh taught me. So Lily Singh taught me how to play Catan. So that's where my skill level is.
Okay, well then I'm going to destroy it. I've probably played 1,000 games of Catan. Anything with strategy and competitive, I love. And that when I found a board, because like Risk is too luck-based and Monopoly obviously is very luck-based. So I never really got into that stuff. Chess, the problem with chess is the better you are is directly correlated to the amount of time you put in. And I don't like games like that because then it's just like, okay, well, if you beat me, that just means you have more time than me. Like, what do you want me to say? Whereas Catan, there's definitely a ceiling, and then it's just like, it's a good mix of strategy and luck where it's not like you have to play 10 hours a day to be good. So that's why I like it. Anyways, the Photoshopped image of Elon and Steve.
Going back to that question. Okay, now I have two questions. So the first question is, Elon, Steve, and you play Catan. Who wins and why?
Well, probably me because Steve's dead and I don't even know if Elon's played.
Fair answer. Second question. I love Steve Jobs. So when I saw Steve all over your wall and stuff, like, for me, the biography that Walter Isaacson wrote was unbelievable. I interviewed Walter Isaacson about that.
Oh, really?
It was.
Can someone send that to me after this? That sounds great.
It was so fun to talk to him about it because I was just like...
And he's writing one on Elon right now.
Correct, and he spent so much time with Steve Jobs personally during that. Steve never gave his blessing, but he was aware of everything that was written. When did you get into Steve Jobs? What did you use? What was it about his life that stands out to you? Because he's such a big icon that kind of... It's one of those names that's easy to throw around, like, I like Steve Jobs.
Of course.
But I genuinely believe I'm obsessed with Steve and know a lot about his life, and I feel like
I got you. I'm following the same boat.
Yeah.
I think we should preface this by saying just because you look up to someone doesn't mean you approve of everything they've ever done.
Right. Good disclaimer.
Yeah, because I think Steve, well, it's just in general, I think Steve would have been more successful if he was nicer to his employees. Like, I think all that was a negative, so to put that out there, and I don't look up to that part of him, but it's also impressive that what he accomplished with all that fighting against him. It's like, because it's hard to be as successful as he was in a perfect scenario. And he literally created all these things that were working against him. But yeah, his just unrelenting obsession with making the greatest product possible. And I love like when he came back and he just axed everything but 4 products. And they just like went hard and they just wouldn't release something unless he thought it was perfect. And just, even like the touchscreen and just having the vision and believing your vision, even if people think you're crazy. That's a lot how I like to look at YouTube is like our Squid Game video. Like we spent $4.2 million on that. We've never had a video make anywhere near $4.2 million. Wow. But, I just wanted to go all out. And I just, really believed if we make the best product possible, people watch it. Like the video got 300 million views, but if you based it on our previous videos, you would have thought it would have got like 50, And so we took a huge gamble there. We take tons of huge gambles where I just, so a lot of times in the past, especially when we first started up, I'd bet every single dollar in my bank account on just like making a great video. And I'm just like, there's just no world people don't watch it, right? If we go do this, we put this effort in, it's just 30 times better than what's out there. How is there a world where someone else's video is going to get recommended over this? Is kind of my mindset, a lot of it. And so I just love his unrelenting obsession with just making the best product possible. And that's what I want to apply that mindset to YouTube and just do that same thing for videos.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't obsessed with like making money or whatever, the stock price or anything. He was just obsessed with making great products, and he created the most valuable company in the history of the world.
Yeah.
And like, I think that works no matter what you're doing. If you just obsess over making the greatest product possible, like in the long run, you'll beat out anyone else who worries about other stuff.